Rock Delver against Rock Delver.
We have a beautiful mirror. We have seen already. I think did you see already Rock Delver or only Grixis? There were a few
No,
Grixis Delvers.
I saw also Rock Delver
Okay.
against Death and Taxis, and Rock Delver went wild, just crushed
Yes.
Death and Taxis.
Was Ren and 6 a part of it, or did he just?
No, Ren 6 was the biggest
Okay,
part
yeah,
of it,
yeah.
I would say, because at some point, I feel the matchup should be in favor of Death and Taxis, I think, but at the same time, it felt like I destroy your land, I try to make your mana problem, and then when it gets to 2 mana for Rock Delver and he plays Ren 6, then the Rock Delver has mana problems because Westland with Ren 6 and so on, and getting out of this screw situation is heavy.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with that. And yeah, let's see it then. I think Wasteland Ren and 6 will be a big part of the mirror as well.
Okay.
Or Wasteland in the first part. If you have like double Wasteland, and your opponent is stuck with lands and doesn't draw anymore, then it's usually a quick draw.
We can see this hand is Hex Drinker, Ponder, Tarmogoyf, the island that you can sacrifice to the
Fiery Island.
Vista.
Blue-red Vista.
Yes, and the Scalding Tarn and a Magmatic Sinkhole.
Yeah.
And another card that we don't know. That he just. It's maybe a Westland. I'm not sure about it.
It looks like it. They don't play Stifle anymore, mostly.
No.
Right? Most people have stopped on playing Stifle. Now Nimble Mongooses as well. They have been cut. Threats being mainly, I think, like 2 to 3 true name Nemesises for Delver, a Hex Drinker, or sometimes it's 2 now even.
I know perfectly the list from Dario because we have the cards together. It's my cards.
Okay.
this way I know the the main deck list. The sideboard I don't remember completely, but I know he's playing 1 Hex Drinker and 1 Oko in the main deck.
Oh wow, made it into a list.
Yes.
Good old Oko. Or good new Oko, I should rather say.
I think the card is good, and we wanted to see a little bit what he does, and that's right.
Did you talk about it with him already?
What?
Did you talk about it about Oko with him already?
Yeah, we decided together that it was.
Yeah, no, but now after he has played it.
He played it not a lot of times, but it was still, the fact that it is pitchable to Force of Will, it's really good. 3 mana is really expensive. That's one of the point of view.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is a 0 mana card for Force of Will. That's in my head in this format.
Ren and 6 in comparison, you cannot pitch to
Exactly. We took the deck list of a friend of us that is in. It is just few cards difference from a friend of us that is living. He's from Ticino, but he is living in San Diego, and he played the last GP in America and got 11th in
nice.
the GP.
What a shame.
And in 1 month, he did like 2 PTQ top 8s. And a GP 11th place with the same deck. We talked like the deck has to be at least decent. This way, we tried it. And it's Andrea Biaggi is the name of the guy.
For good reasons, I guess. Really nice start here for Dario with the Wasteland.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, we have the deck list, the only deck list that I knew, but the sideboard is 1 Upgrade, 1 Ancient, Grudge, Cindervines, Crop Rotation, Engineered Explosive, Flusterstorm, Force of Negation, Oko, Caracas, Magmatic Cycle, and 3 Surgical Extraction and 2 Pyroblast. That's the sideboard we are playing. And the main deck is kind of a stock list. I don't know.
Yeah, with the 3 Ren and 6, some of them cut maybe 1 and put it in the sideboard. And only 1 Force of Negation.
Double True Name Nemesis and the 3 Ren 6. The only debate we had was about the Hex Drinker.
Yeah.
And we cut 1 for the Oko.
Okay. Cool. So let's see. He's pondering away, shuffling his deck.
Yeah, I think in this matchup, if you hit 3 lands and you play Oko and it sticks into play, it's great.
Yeah.
The question is if you get to 3 lands because so much denial in general by both players.
Yeah, and then there's still days, so you technically.
Exactly. It's not
there
so
will still be a fight
I agree with you.
about 3 mana. Yeah, definitely. But he has a really strong hand, Dario. I think Tarmogoyf
Yes.
being the best, one of the best threats as well.
He has 2 Tarmogoyfs and he has 3 lands and a magmatic circle that could be really good on
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And the Spell Pierce that is still a really good card. We will see, but the hand is promising.
Yeah, definitely. If he can resolve his Goyfs, I think he's a good favorite to win.
I should be not a fan of one of the 2 players, but I cannot. Sorry,
Yeah,
it's not possible for me.
that's for sure.
And
Ooh.
I don't know Gregory. Gregory's is his with the name. It should be like Swiss French guy.
Yes, I would say
think so.
Gregory Domon. No, I do not know him either. But he is casting a Hooting Mandrills.
That's a huge creature. I never saw. I never saw that. It's a long time I don't see this in Legacy.
Yep.
And
It's a really strong card, I think.
it's a strong card. I agree.
You-
I think you have to choose between Magmatic as an answer
Yeah.
or Hoodrills as
Yes.
a threat.
Yes,
I
agree.
think a little bit.
Hooting Mandrills is only 4 to delve, I think. Though. Is it 4 or
No,
5?
no,
It's 5.
it's 6 mana to cast it. This way it's
Total,
5
to
on.
delve it, yeah.
Yes, it's
But
the same mana cost, but different card.
Yeah, yeah, way is different. And usually you just see the black version of the card, which is Gorma Gangly.
Yeah, it's 1 mana more, but a 5/5. And 5/5 is a huge difference for a lot of cards.
Yes.
Not for Magmatic Single.
No.
Okay, now I'm not sure about this play because he played Fire Islet instead of just fetching with Delta for a Volcanic Island.
I think he wants to protect him against Wasteland so he can fetch the other color. If he would have fetched and
Yeah,
he gets
but
the green wasted, he doesn't get to fetch green.
That's a lot of. You take damage for free just to play around Westland, and also if he has Westland, you still have a red source. You take more damage if he has Westland, but I don't feel like how he played and until now it doesn't show like a Westland hand
No,
to me.
no, for sure not. For sure not. But he always might draw one.
Sure, that's sure.
And like if you get wasted off green, you don't get to stick your
But-
second Goyf, which sucks. But yeah,
Taking a damage is. I don't want to take damage. We are not that shadow this time, you know.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true.
I don't know. The double snare is interesting in his hand, and the sinkhole is interesting because he has an answer to the hood.
Man, yeah,
Spell pierce,
could be good.
snare, and bolt. It's interesting. I don't think bolt is good at the moment.
No.
I don't think Stifle is good at the moment, but to be honest, it is good at the moment. Looking at Dario's hand, because stifling the delta is still good at the moment.
Yes.
Still relevant, I think.
He doesn't know that, but
Yes, exactly.
so much better information in Magic now. Like if you
Yeah, you should just watch the stream and then play.
yeah, of course. No, but I was sometimes thinking about playing Peak, you know, this card in Modern,
yeah.
just to get the info and like combo decks. It's so valuable.
I played it. I play sometimes like. Okay, I play 90% of my life limited, and
Yeah.
then the 10% I play all things that you can think about.
Yeah.
Okay, in constructed. I mean, I play vintage on Magic Online.
Yeah.
And on Magic Online, there are some lists that play Peak now,
Yeah.
and it is. Having another probe is something that the card is not bad. I think
No, it's not about card.
I think we could see Peak. It's not a card that you are like ashamed about playing it.
No.
I think it's
No, not at all. Well, every card with the text draw card on it is quite
quite good. Yeah.
Quite good.
They say so. Yeah. Replace myself could be instead of draw one card, it's I replace myself.
and I do something for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
definitely good way to put it. Cracking his fetch. Let's see. So you want to cause? Would you main face this magmatic sinkhole now to get rid of the? He does, right?
Yes, I think it's a good play because he is also playing around the
Spell pierce.
the spell pierce.
Yes, a wise decision. Although I would have left the creature maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I thought exactly the same thing because I don't think there is a sorcery in the graveyard, right? For Gregory, it's a force of will, but it's fine also like this. There are
It's
not a
gonna
lot
grow
of sorcery.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are not a lot of sorceries, and it is true that creatures, but no, you kill the creature. No, it's the correct play
Yeah, true.
because no. Magmatic Circle is not removed.
No, Should be in the graveyard. We should get a way to fix that. Why would he exile it?
He
Just-
removed the other
yeah,
cards.
yeah,
It's
they thought,
seventh
yeah, yeah.
round in the
Yeah,
in
he's
the
tired, yeah.
tournament. They are tired.
Yes, for sure.
I think that's why. It's an instant. It will not do a lot of difference, I think, but still, it's relevant. It is funny what being tired does to people
Yeah.
when they play Magic.
Yeah.
They do strange stuff sometimes. Like,
Yes.
why are you doing this? Like,
And it's so exhaustive, but it is very exhaustive to
Yeah,
play a whole day of Magic, especially like 7 or 8
agree.
rounds. And Legacy, yeah, very more.
Okay, Tarmogoyf is into play. Let's see.
Yeah, through a Force of Will, or thanks to a Force of Will, through
Yes, spells and
a
arrows.
spell snare.
Now the Vista is really good. That's
What Vista?
the Firely Islet.
Yeah, sorry, the draw card. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not good with the
canopy,
names.
yeah,
I always like use a card that I know and try
then-
to like this does the same thing.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
the,
I
the
mean?
draw card land. Yeah, I do understand exactly.
I'm not good with names. I look a lot of pictures because when you draft a lot, you look a lot of pictures.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, I agree. And recalling the names is often
it's
a big
harder.
effort.
It's
Yeah,
harder.
it's quite a big effort.
17 to 14. I think this game is still really going on.
Yeah.
But Tarmogoyf could just
Take over.
eat your opponent.
Yeah, it's really one of the best. I mean, apart from True Name Nemesis, probably. And well, if you're playing Utingman, also
Oh,
Utingman,
Stifle.
it's really good. That's a nice.
That's really good at the moment. I mean, no, sorry. Stiefel was really bad, and he found a way
use
to
it.
be good, to be
Yeah.
decent.
That's the funny part about this card.
Yeah,
Like, if you play a
exactly.
long game, all of a sudden there's
Yes.
some kind of weird effect you can stifle.
Can I do that on this, please?
Yes.
that was like the kind of moment. Like, I would like to just Westland. Okay, Dario has still a flooded strand in his hand. This way, he doesn't fear about the Westland.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if Dario could choose, it was like, yeah, Gregory, you can draw 2 other of this. It's
Yes.
fine.
If you don't handle my Garth, I still win.
It's also Tarmogoyf into play is like crazy good just because it's really good against Bolt. It's
Yeah.
really good in a moment like this against Delver because it's just too
It's
big.
just
too
so
big.
efficient, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Magmatic Sinkhole handles it maybe, and maybe there's one of these members in Gregory's list. I don't think so, but possibly. But apart from this, there's nothing really that does the job.
Now if
True
Dario
name.
draws the third land, I think the game is over
Yes.
because true name.
Wow, he drew
also,
a Bolt already.
No, he drew the
Force of Negation.
Force of Negation. That is also pretty good.
Yep, that's it.
1-0 for
The guys get there.
the Ticino guy.
Yep. I wonder if they knew the matchup.
If you knew what he was playing against,
Yeah,
that's possible.
especially the other person.
That's possible.
Because it makes keeping and mulliganing a lot easier as well
Yeah.
if you know what you're. Let's see. What do you bring in here from your stock
Oko.
list?
I would bring in Oko.
Okay.
It is 3 mana. It is true.
On the draw as well. Yeah.
Yes, I think so. I understand why it's like I'm not sure about this, but at the same time I feel like if you stick it, you win.
Yeah.
And this card type of cards in a game that can go to flood, I think. Also, if there are Westlands and so on, because it's like I act, I react, I act, I react,
Yeah.
and a lot of games go there. I don't say all the games go there, but the games that don't go there, I think Force of Will can make good use of a blue card. It's just powerful enough to have the risk not to cast it, I think.
I agree.
Then there is maybe Flusterstorm.
Right.
I'm not sure about this. I think Magmatic Sinkhole has to come
Yeah.
in, Pyroblast has to come in,
Yeah.
and Oko. No, I would not bring in the Flusterstorm.
What about the crop rotation? No, that's only for Caracas, right?
Yeah, it's just for Caracas, and it's more like for Caracas and Westland against the Turbo Depths.
Yeah, for sure.
More. But it could be decent against like the Westland from your opponent, but it's not good if you have to wait a Westland from your opponent to react. This way, it's not great.
No.
I think one of the cards
And
that
if it
could come
gets,
in is the engineered explosives. I think it's
yes,
close. It's close
I would take it in. I think.
because it's really paritetic. The cards that and this way it's not always good.
But it's a way to handle a resolved Ren and 6
Yeah, that's
plus
true.
Goyfs. It's a really clean answer to
Yes.
Goyfs. And then Cinderines? No. No, you're not. No, you're not bringing it. Like against Miracles, you maybe bring it in or something.
Yes,
But yeah,
against
yeah, yeah.
miracles, against combo, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the part of sideboarding for the first time
The mirror
against.
match.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's horrible.
yeah, no, I like it.
It's yeah.
You know, I like to this kind. I like constructed for like just going for to the tournament without playing the deck. That's me. I am like this,
Yeah.
and
And then you just improvise.
yes,
And I think
yes.
what's
The
good. Yeah.
results are not so bad. This way it works. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not like it's not the best. You should not do that. But
No, of course
you,
not.
you can do that
If
in
you want to, if you
tournaments.
really, really want to win, then you should
Yeah,
practice. But
yeah, but you know, wanting to really, really win, I think you should not. You don't have to go to every tournament and thinking I really want to win. I mean, you want to win always, but I think you have to give priority to some tournaments that you want to
sure,
spend efforts on it,
sure.
because if you spend a lot of efforts on a tournament, um, the bad result can give you more like sadness,
Yeah.
and that's not what you want from Magic.
Yeah.
Magic is a game that you want to be like
You want to have fun playing
yeah,
it. Yeah.
kind of fun. I would not describe Magic as fun. That's one of the things that I don't describe Magic. I think it's really entertaining for your head and so on,
Yeah.
but fun is like when you drink and play Magic to with
Yes.
in a bar. I think when you tournament play, it's not fun. It's really engaging for your head, and that's the nice part about it for
Right.
me. But I play also a lot of board games, and
Yeah.
it is a little bit the same situation
Yeah.
for me. When you play like German board games, longer board games, and so
Yeah.
on, you are really engaged on the game,
Yeah.
but you are not like laughing in the game or really having fun in
Yeah.
the.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain what is fun or not to me.
I
It's really
understand. I
hard
understand. I completely
to
understand what you mean.
to. I love to play the game, but
Yeah.
that's not because I laugh when I play Magic. No,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there are
It's
moments
a question
when
about
you do
definition
that.
of what is
That's
fun
yeah,
as well. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Sure.
But it's funny because that's a funny thing because it's always a little bit a discussion. I mean, it's really hard to because there are two different things. You can play a game and have fun,
Right.
and you can play a game and be engaged in it.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
fun derives comes from the fact that you are really engaged in the
Yeah. Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And
Fully agree. Yeah. Yeah. And you completely like are 100% focused on something,
yeah,
which is really yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love this, but it's not what I would describe as fun because after the game you're not like, ha, that was funny. It's more like that was exhausting, but I loved it.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I understand it. I completely understand it. All right, there.
Double Westland and the Tropical Island and the Oko.
Would you
I
keep
think Dario. Okay, I think he will keep, but I think Dario would be really happy to have another land instead of one of the two
Wastelands?
Westlands.
Yes, for sure.
I'm not sure about the negation. I would not keep it in probably. Force of negation.
No. Force of will,
It's
yes, but force of negation.
yes, because force of negation you cannot use it in your turn to protect your stuff,
Yeah.
and I think it's more like you want to react to your opponent stuff, but you don't want to react on your opponent stuff with doing a 2-for-1 every time.
No.
That's not the plan, I think, because it's more like if there is no lock with Ren or something like this, it's like a mid-range game.
Yeah.
Because both have resources, they will try to use their
Yeah.
resources and so on.
But maybe exactly for Ren, it's actually good. Like, or I have
Yeah,
I have
you,
took.
you have a lot of fear for Ren, and I can understand
I
it.
think it can win the mirror.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
simply
yeah.
by if
I
you.
can see that. I think Ren can win a lot of games
Yeah,
on Magic.
yeah.
I agree on that.
And especially with Wastelands.
It's funny. It's not that I don't agree. It's more like I see your fear.
Yeah, the funny part is I haven't played a lot against it at
Okay,
all,
okay,
so
okay.
it's maybe also a bit fear of the unknown, but um,
Okay.
It's also bad if you're too scared of a card.
He is
Scared.
shuffling because he didn't found the land. I think that's
Yep.
that's why.
Usually the sign. So let's see if there's a wasteland on the other side.
That's a big question because if he has Wasteland on the other side, the match will be really hard.
Yep.
The game.
Yeah.
Bolt,
No.
not what he wanted to draw. And I would stream also on the bolts, to be
Ooh,
honest.
there are
I
two
think.
wastelands.
Two Wastelands?
Yes.
That's hard.
Yes. It's gonna be the other way around. Pass his turn. Now he's gonna stick a Goif probably.
It's interesting. Yeah, that's why I don't like the
Wasteland?
force of
Yeah,
negation.
the force of negation, yeah. But he is thinking.
It depends on the lands that he draws, I think, on Dario's side. Now, if he plays Tarmogoyf, he can take out both of Gregory's lands, and Tarmogoyf at the moment is just a 2/3, and he would have time to do something. I think that's my idea. This way, he would need like more lands.
Yeah.
If he draws like 2 lands in a row, he can do it. Or if he doesn't draw like 2 lands in the first 3 turns now, I feel like the game
Then the
is
game
over.
is over. Yeah. Yes, I would certainly wait until of course your turn. So until Dario's turn to wasteland and see what you draw, and then he draws a land.
Land
A
is
fetch
good.
land is even like so much
Fetch
better.
land is good because he can also play just the Tarmogoyf. Exactly. I agree with you. He had to wait because you don't want to sacrifice a land that
No,
can
it
do the
didn't make
same
any
thing
sense, yeah.
in your turn.
Definitely.
But if he didn't draw the land here, I would probably go for the double waste.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel too much behind, and I don't want you to play a lot of cards.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see you screwed like me,
Yeah.
and then we will speak
And
about
give me
it
a chance
later.
to
Yeah,
draw out of it because
it's a 2/3. I mean, he has some time. But then if
does.
Gregory has more lands in his hand, he just wins. But
Yeah.
this is magic. You have to
Yeah,
commit
you have,
in
you
a
have to-
direction. Yeah.
Exactly. And then stick to it.
Now
or
I would
lose.
also search and take a Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, for sure.
Play a Tarmo.
Shuffling it up. Do you like shuffling?
Well, for the when I play Magic or when I don't play
No,
Magic.
when you play Magic. Do you enjoy the moment of shuffling?
Uh,
I sometimes like it. Sometimes there's
sometimes
like
yes.
this
Sometimes not when I fetch.
not when you fetch.
Before like during before.
Because you want to do something and then
Yeah,
I have to
that's
shuffle.
I like it before the game, like
Yeah,
when you are
yeah, you
shuffling.
have time and you
That's
have time
the
to
moment
think.
you just
Like,
think a little bit.
After sideboarding especially, I love
Yeah,
it.
things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I like that, but I don't like the moment where you have to fetch because it's like I have to hurry. I have to go do stuff.
Yeah, Let me cast my spells. Let me cast it. Ooh, that's rough. Second Goif plus Wasteland.
Oh, that's.
Do you
Do you
daze?
days or not?
Do you daze?
Wow, that's.
I think you have to, no?
I think it's close. I think I would have
Because you
days.
save your land. If you draw a
Yeah.
fetch land, then you can wait the turn, cast Oko, and
No, I think it was days for sure.
yeah.
Days, make it Westland on his Westland, and then play the land and just
Yeah. You go
go,
Archies. Yeah.
just go off with the Delver now.
Yes.
I think it was a really good play and it could have been really interesting.
Yes.
Now I think he has to play the double Westland plan. Exactly. Because he has to hope for. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yes.
But the turn before, I totally agree with you. That was the correct play. Block one of the two.
Some 2-3 guys staring each other off, or
That's-
some can attack, and
That's great.
there's it would take quite some time. You're right.
Yes, I hope he the judge didn't know it. Not the judge. You the other-
Bolting, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bolting.
Yeah, try to bolt it, maybe it
Don't try
dies.
to bolt, please. That was like don't. That now I think it is close to a Dario's advantage if he misses
Right.
the land now, because Dario has still protection and the bolt, and could go for a race. Oh, he found the land. Gregory found the Scalding Tarn.
This
It's
is
really a nice
very
game,
good
I
to
think.
draw.
I I think Days was correct, but at the same time, I feel maybe like this it turned out better because he took away both lands from Gregory,
Yeah.
and now they are playing with the same amount of lands, and he has still the dates,
Yeah.
and dates is really relevant in this
Yeah.
moment.
Yes.
That's
It's literally a hard counter.
yeah.
It is. It is that. Yeah, and like this is so iffy. Okay, what do I fetch? What do I want to cast? Do I want to pyroblast? Do I want to?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting at the moment. If he attacks with double Tarmogoyf, I double block obviously, because I have the days
Yeah.
and I have a force of negation in my hand.
Yeah.
This way I am pretty protected.
Yes.
Um, it is a nice game until now. I like it. Also, that decision with days was so interesting. I think it was really interesting. It was really close as a play, I think,
Yeah.
because keeping blue mana, not keeping it. At the end, he drew another blue land. That makes the decision
Yeah. Of course, it makes it easier. Maybe he was
not
saying to
easier,
himself,
but
or
it's
that's a good. I mean, even if
it
he
was a good
dazed
read.
it, it was also good to draw the land anyway. So,
Yeah,
if he didn't
the
draw it,
land.
if he
Yeah,
didn't
it
draw it,
was a lot better to make it just days and keep lands and try to play.
yeah, probably.
That's interesting. It's interesting. Could be interesting for Gregory to just go with the double Goif and use the Pyro.
Yeah,
Trying.
growing them, but
Okay,
he's
that's
deciding
Delver.
differently.
Should you counter the Delver? But
Well, now you should probably because,
now
well, or no, yeah,
you are giving the information,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
That was
But
definitely.
if he is a good player, he could give also the same information. I would be there enough to give the same
Yeah,
information also without days.
yeah.
You can bluff
You
it.
can just
You
bluff
can
it.
bluff
Yeah,
it.
it's a good play usually.
It's yes, because the Gregory would have cows in his head in this
Yeah,
moment.
yeah. Oh, does he? Does he? Doesn't he? Doesn't wanna?
No,
Doesn't flip.
but the land is something
It's
he likes
another
and I
very good
like.
draw. Yeah, another very very good draw.
Oh, Ponder is great at the moment.
Yes, finds a force.
If he
Do you wanna?
finds the third land, yeah, it's a flooded land.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, that could be a no-co in the future.
Yeah.
I think he has to put the Force of Will as top card, second card Ponder, third card Flooded Strand. He is thinking about doing in the others.
Second, I would say certainly the flood.
Yeah, you're right. No, third to the Flooded, because yeah, third. Yeah, because yes, you need it for the Delver. I think I would go for the third.
Yeah.
I think this is a misplay, and I have a reason because of that. I don't want to use the Force of Negation with Mayoko
Yeah.
in this moment.
Exactly.
This way, I think it's a misplay, and I think you want to have the Force of Will
Yeah.
in your hand because you want to use it.
Yes.
I don't want to counter the Ponder.
No, but if there came down another guy or something.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I totally agree. I think it was a misplay.
yeah.
Also because what do you do with your flooded strand in your hand? I don't know exactly.
It doesn't
what.
help you anything. Yeah.
No, it's fine if I draw it in 2 turns because
Yeah, but yeah, you should put it third. Second would be wrong because you want to
second
flip
wrong
your
because
Delver.
you want to flip your Delver anyways.
Um,
Also, if to be honest, at the moment, Delver is a card that you want just to keep in defense. You will win the late game probably.
Yeah.
I have to say, Gregory has the answer for the. If I look at the hands, Oko is bad
yeah.
because he has Spell Pierce and he has Pyro. This way, that's not what you want.
No, not at all. And he went for the ponder. Wow, he ripped the land. I think. He went for the ponder shuffle, and I think he drew the land.
Okay, if he has a land, it's Tarmogoyf, land, Spell Pierce,
Pyro.
Pyro.
Yeah. Pyro blast. That is. Yeah. Or it wasn't. I'm not sure.
Hello to you guys in the chat. Hello, hello. TGG Draw Games and F-Force on 2589. It's not the turn one format anymore because it seems like this is turn like too many.
Yes, there's 8 Forcibles now that you can play, so it's not a turn one format anymore. No. Yeah.
No, this matchup is not a turn one, and it's a great game. I would say I like this. This until now, it's really maybe one of the best games we saw. I
Yep.
think maybe the best
Yep.
because there are a lot of
So many interactions.
yeah.
So many
I do
little
this and
things.
you.
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you?
yeah.
It's really interesting.
So really deep.
Yeah.
Really deep.
That's these are games that I like. I don't know if you are on my same page. I think
I
so,
like
but
many, I like a lot of different kinds. I
yes.
like this games. I also like to, uh, I don't know, dredge 36 cards and then kill my opponent. I think I have a bit of love for all the different ones. I also like limited.
I like to do it sometimes, but to scene coverage, I prefer this kind of
Yeah,
games
of
if I
course.
have to choose.
You have a
But
lot more to talk about.
yeah, we can speak about something.
Yes.
Now the top deck that would be great for Gregory would be a Westland. I think it is sad to say, but it's the last green source of
Yes.
Dario. This way, if he rips a Westland, I feel like the game is in a good direction, in a direction. How
Yes.
to say?
Especially if he could remove the Delver from the game.
Ooh,
Ooh,
this is Ren
jeez.
and the six, all the six.
That's juicy. Did he fetch away his Force of Will?
Yes, I can see that. I can see that.
Okay.
I can see that. He wanted action because your opponent is with one land. You feel like you don't want. That's an example. Like if he finds Ren and six and can take back a Westland, the game is
The
over.
game is over, yeah,
It's over.
that's true.
It is true that Gregory has still interaction, but he has to have interaction, and at the same time, he has to keep his land count.
Yes,
Whoa.
that's aggressive.
Dario is aggressive.
Yes, he knows he has like 2 bolts. He
Yeah.
doesn't.
No, he
He
wants to
already
use
did.
the bolt on
Yeah,
the Tarmogoyf. I can see that.
yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Block and bolt.
Yeah, I like it because you are making a card that is not great
Yes,
in this moment. I love it.
yes. Ooh,
I have to say Dario is pretty aggressive as a playstyle.
okay. Yeah. Hmm.
I am more like the patient guy. He is more like
Get in there.
get
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Now he could, if he uses the Pyroblast and upkeep on the Delver, then he actually kills it and is a bit ahead again. But maybe he just keeps it up and waits for a bolt and finds a juicier target.
No, it's interesting because he has Oko. If he use the pyro,
You should do it in
whoa,
upkeep because of first negation, but he doesn't know it.
I would not counter it.
You wanna counter it?
Resolve,
Okay.
resolve, please. Resolve, bolt, be happy, play Oko.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't know. That's my plan. I think resolve, bolt. He will play spell pierce, and I play my Oko, and I'm really happy about it.
Okay, first is there.
But this can make sense just because he has Ren in his hand.
Yes, and because like the other player has 3 cards and hasn't played anything, so and he's using a Pyroblast on the Delver and not a Lightning Bolt, so he probably has counter magic.
Okay, I
Wow.
like this.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
like this. That was kind of what was obviously
Yes.
to happen, but
Yes.
at the
And
same
now he
time, it's
stepped out
great.
and then cannot cast a
Now
spell
it's
snare.
Bolt,
Well, the Goyf. Yeah.
Bolt the Goyf. My turn. Vren, stay back with my Tarmogoyf. Hit your Volcanic Island because Volcanic Island can do a bolt.
Yeah.
That's why, and win the game
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he should have just waited until upkeep, but people are not very comfortable yet with playing around this, I think.
Now it's not close what you have to do, please. Exactly.
Not even playing the land first?
No, you want to take Westland.
Sure. And if there was a days, he would have used it.
Ah, anyways, it's he has still a Tarmogoyf. He drew a Tarmogoyf. I
Yeah.
still think he cannot have days. He would have used it
Yeah, that's my
on the
question.
bolt. Yes,
Didn't he have?
yes. No, he would have used it on the bolt.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, true.
Keeping a Tarmogoyf
True.
is pretty relevant on that
True.
point. Wasteland
Zek
on the red mana.
and then just kills it.
I think on the red mana, no close, just because he wants to block. He has another Tarmogoyf, but still, he wants to block
Yeah,
with
for sure.
with the Tarmogoyf, the attack.
And the next turn the game is over because he gets back to
Yes.
second Wasteland and
Yes.
wins the game.
Exactly. Correct play from Dario. I think the game is played well, but both sides. I think some of the decisions were really close, were lines that could.
Could have gone in a different
Yes.
direction, but
No, because I'm saying this because Dario is kind of. He's a good player, but he's not like very experienced with this deck, and I could see mistakes happen.
yeah, of course, especially in the mirror. Like there's
Yes.
so much to think about.
Until now, I feel like he played on a high level.
Yeah, definitely.
Block.
That's what it requires. Drawing good cards and playing well, and then you mostly get there.
Go. Yeah, that was. That's the
Simple.
game over, I think.
Yep. That's so frustrating.
This one? He asked it like
Wasteland.
this one.
Yeah.
This one, no. Why should you? No, you should never do that. Never. That's really bad. That's one of the spots where that's really
He
bad.
has a second question.
Yes, but if your opponent plays Force of Will, you are still giving a spot, and you should never give a spot. You should never open a little bit the door. That's this game is over. You should not
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this game is over and I should attack. I think this game is over because I have a ran into play. I think I would not attack.
Okay. I mean, the attack doesn't even kill it. That's the question I have. Like the goal
I
is
don't know
only for five, and then
if it is 4/5, yes, it doesn't kill it. But why should you do
why
something?
should you risk it? You mean?
Yeah, he has a bolt in his hand. He could have played the land, keep it back to the two creatures, and the turn after he can start doing something maybe. But
All right.
I don't know. I would not. But that's the difference. You know, maybe I'm
he's all
wrong.
in.
Yeah,
He's all-
he is more aggressive than me.
But with the bolt, he has
I'm
lethal
probably
next
wrong.
turn with the second coif, so it's.
You are totally right
Yeah.
about this.
But I mean, it's. I think he
It's
has won either way. Like it
yeah.
doesn't. It,
No, yeah, but that's what I like from Magic. I play for 24 years. That's the part I like.
Yeah.
The small details.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I agree. We are speaking about air. Nothing really relevant. But at the same time,
It
I
could
would like
be-
to make the right play
Yes,
in this
yeah,
spot.
for sure.
That's the.
And like at some point, you maybe play against the combo
Okay,
deck, which can
bolt.
get out of the spot, and then yeah,
Now
yeah, you
it's
just bolt it.
bolt time.
Or maybe get the land back first.
Yeah.
Just because you can.
Why not? Because why not?
Yeah.
I think Westland was the correct land play, anyways. But still,
Well, you.
both you.
What is he thinking?
I don't know.
Okay. They're talking
GG.
probably. Good games, 2-0 for Dario.